A very good morning, students. Our session of financial management. Now, as far as our previous session was concerned, in the last session we have discussed about the long-term loans, that is term loans. When the organization wishes to raise their finance for the long period of time, that is for 5 to 10 to 20 years. At that time, they are going to choose the long-term sources for their capital need. Now, in long-term sources of finance, the sources are divided into two parts, as we already discussed in the last session, that is special financial organization and commercial bank. Now today onwards we are going to discuss the different financial institutions which provide the long-term funds to the organization. Now, as far as the special financial organizations are concerned, or we can say that they are also known as a development bank. A brief introduction of these financial organizations. Now, these banks are not the commercial bank. Means in this financial companies, in financial organization, they are not providing the services to the normal investors. Means the person who have savings with them and they want to convert in an investment. So these type of development banks are not for the commercial purpose, but they are for the industrial purpose. Industrial purpose means when the organization want to raise their finance. So at that time these kind of banks are there to provide a sufficient funds to the organization. So the objective of development bank is to provide a sufficient finance to the concerned unit. As we know that they are going to provide through the different financial sources, or they can also refinance the present source for the satisfaction of financial need. So these financial institutions helps to arrange a proper requirement of the finance to the concerned unit. So every organization independently determines their policy, their procedure and the functions, that how they are working. Now it is determined by keeping in view the development of a specific field, and that field which becomes the significant for the economic development. Yes, as we all know that through this kind of financial organization, country is able to gain the economic growth through the industrial development. So we are going to learn different financial institutions, different financial organization with their own purpose, with their own characteristic and with their own process. Each and every financial institutions are different from each other. So we are not going to compare one financial institutions with another, because the purpose for establishment of the financial institutions are quite different. So today we are going to start our introduction of our first financial institutions, that is IFC. The full form of IFC is known as Industrial Finance Corporation. Make sure you are going to remember the full form of each and every financial institutions. After the independence, Industrial Finance Corporation was established to provide long-term finance loan for the rapid industrial development. IFC provides only long-term loan to the industries, and main purpose of providing the long-term loan to the industry, that is for the growth purpose, and that growth is a rapid growth in industrial development. Now, as per the law passed by the Parliament from 1st July 1948, so this 1st July 1948 will be known as the establishment year of IFC. So here you are going to write down in your quick note, the establishment year of IFC is 1st July 1948, and the main purpose of the establishment of IFC was providing a long-term financial loan to the rapid growth of industrial development. This is up to this you are going to remember for the introduction part of IFC. Now, as far as your examinations are concerned, now in a short note in your examination it will be there that give a short note on IFC or explain IFC in detail with 7 marks or with 8 marks. Then after, the objective of IFC. The basic primary objective of IFC, that is to provide medium term or long term credit to the industries. Yes, the main purpose of IFC, that is to provide the long term credit. But apart from the long term loans, IFC also provide the medium term loans to the organization. IFC provides advance to public limited company and cooperative institutions by producing the goods. So, IFC also helps to the manufacturing unit who are engaged in the production process of any goods. So, IFC provide loans to them. Corporation cannot provide assistance to partnership firm and private company. Yes, IFC does not provide any loans to the private company or to any partnership firm, but they provide loans to public limited company or any cooperative institutions. And they provide loans for the manufacturing purpose of any goods or any material, but IFC does not provide finance for the purchase of raw material. Yes, the loan is not for the purchase of anything or any raw material, but the loan is for the manufacturing of a particular goods or a particular units. So that's all about the objectives of IFC. Now we'll discuss about functions of IFC. IFC underwrites shares, stocks, bonds, debentures of industrial company. IFC purchase or underwrite debenture which are redeemable within 25 years. So IFC underwrites the long-term capital for the redemption purpose. IFC also can act as an agent of central government because they provide finance to the public limited and to the cooperative societies. So IFC act as an agent of central government and World Bank within their prior permission. Yes, without permission, without taking a prior permission from central government and from the World Bank, IFC is not in position to work as an agent of government. Again, IFC provide a guarantee to industrial companies whose borrowed loan for 25 years. So IFC work as an guarantee. They give the guarantee and provide loan or borrowed loan for maximum year, that is for 25 years. So it's about the functions of IFC. The next point is the sources of fund. The sources of fund for corporation are paid up capital, reserve, repayment of loans, market borrowing, loan from the government of India, advance from IDBI. So these are the main source which is provided by IFC to any industries. Moreover, IFC can issue debentures and bonds and can accept the public deposits from public with a period of minimum 5 years. So IFC also issue debentures and bonds to the general public, and through this source investors are able to make their investment with the government institutions. Then after, the next point is management. The management of the corporation is like a company. IFC is known as a company, so IFC has their own management team, and the whole management team is divided into different categories, into different parts. There are 12 members of BOD and a full-time paid chairman manage the corporation. So, the management of IFC consists of 12 BOD and 1 full-time paid chairman. Now, out of 12 directors, 4 directors are appointed by IDB, that is appointed by Industrial Development Bank. Then after, 2 directors are appointed by the central government. Two directors are appointed by scheduled bank. Then after, 2 directors are appointed by insurance company and other organization. And for the appointment of chairman, a prior permission must be taken from IDB, that is Industrial Development Bank, and with central bank. So IDB and central bank appoints a full-time salarized chairman of IFC. Then after, the next point is about the working method. If a public limited company or any cooperative society wants the loan, then it has to submit a detailed application to IFC. The applicant organization should have a letter of intent under the Development and Regulation Act, as well as a clearance certificate should have been issued by Goods Capital Committee, because IFC provide loan for the manufacturing of goods. The corporation will not only verify the loan application, but it also verify the importance of the industry in the nation or in the economy. Then after, they are also checking the availability of raw material, the management efficiency, the financial condition of the industry and of the company. The quality of production which is offered by the organization. The market in which the goods are going to be available for the sale. So these all are the matters which IFC is going to verify at the time of approving the loan to a particular industries. The officers of IFC, the experts, they are going to consult the industry and give a proper advice to their management that how they are going to carry the work in a proper manner. The applicant organization should have a letter of intent under the Development and Regulation Act, as well as a clearance certificate should have been issued by Good Capital Committee. The corporation is going to sanction the 50% of capital expense of the new project as a loan, and in the case of cooperative society, maximum 65% loan will be sanctioned. So corporation is not in a position to sanction 100% loan. In the case of new project, corporation sanction 50% of the loan, 50% of the capital expense, and in the case of cooperative society, they are going to sanction 65% loan of the applicant. In the initial time, the rate of interest is 5% when IFC was established. But later on the basis of economic condition, the rate is increased up to 8.5%. And again, an additional benefits to the loan taker is if they are paying regular installments, then 1.5% discount is available to them. The corporation gets security against the loan as well as personal guarantee of directors is also contained. So, the level of security is very high. So, it's all about the working method of IFC. Now, briefly we will discuss about the performance and evaluation of IFC. Now till now the corporation had sanctioned loan up to the net worth of rupees 907 crores. Out of that, the foreign currency loan is of rupees 62 crores. IFC also provides its invaluable assistance to sugar industries, to textile industries, to chemical industries, to fertilizer industries, to paper industries, and to cement industries. %19 of the total assistance provided by the corporation has been received by the cooperative society. So, the working condition of IFC is very pronounced, and through the basic objectives of IFC, industry is able to grow rapidly, and the development of industry is possible with the sanctioning of loans by IFC. So, Indian Financial Corporation plays an important role for the development of industries in Indian economy. As far as the growth of cooperative societies and the growth of public limited are concerned, we can say that IFC play a vital role for their development and for their growth. So, it's all about IFC. In the next session, we are going to discuss about SFC, that is State Financial Corporation. So, till now, I am ending our session. Again, a request to all of you, that is to prepare a quick note of each and every point, because in this particular unit we are going to discuss the different financial corporation, and which will help you to remember all the objectives and all the basic conditions of various financial institutions. So again, you are going to prepare a note which contains their purpose for establishment, their working style, their basic objectives, their basic purpose, and the evaluation of that financial corporation. So, be attentive and prepare a quick note. So, here I am ending my session. Thank you.